I got Mango because my daughter and I went to a pet store. We walked in the pet store and we found Mango, who immediately jumped off his perch and licked the window from end to end. And my daughter, being very convincing, she basically was like, somebody else is gonna take him, and she convinced me. So I got a bird. Let me tell you the things I was not prepared for once I got this bird. Here are the 5 reasons you shouldn't own a bird. Number 1, they're very time consuming. If you have to go on vacation and you leave these birds alone, they can feel neglected because you are their flock. One time in this entire year, Mango bit me to almost bleeding was because I left the house and I forgot him. So he got upset that I wasn't spending time with him. So if you don't have time to spend with your bird, just know they can take that as something that makes them sad and aggressive and mad and angry, and they're like people. They have attitudes and they can be happy when you're happy and they can be sad when they're left alone. So if you don't have a lot of time for your bird, I suggest you don't get a bird. Naps. If you're trying to nap, they're gonna wake you up, especially Mango. Mango wakes me up whenever I need a nap, and because I wake up very early, often I need naps in the day, and he won't let me take a nap. If you like naps, don't get a bird. Number 2, they can be aggressive and they can bite. One day, Mango bit me 6 times to bleeding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to bleeding. He bit me so hard, I bled, and each time I was puzzled and wondering why, and it was because I had done something to upset him, and he wanted me to know. So for a full day and 24 hours, I got bit 6 times. So if you have a kid or you don't like getting bit, just know you might get beaked up by your bird. It's definitely gonna happen, and honestly, Mango doesn't beak me up often, but he did that one time 6 times in a day. Look, he's all excited about it. And then he also beaked me up the time that I left him alone. So you can upset your bird, and just know that the way they react and the way they communicate is with their beak. Like he just did right there, but he didn't bite me hard because he loves me. Number 3, and this is my favorite, they are loud. But honestly, Mango is a good bird, and I know other birds that aren't very good. So when I tell Mango to, shut the heck up, sometimes he definitely shuts the heck up. He loves me enough to do that. But I know of birds who don't shut the heck up. You could tell them to shut the heck up, and they're just gonna be like, even louder. Just trust me when I tell you, birds are loud, and some of them aren't as amazing as Mango is. Look how awesome he's being right now. Quiet and attentive and being a very good bird. This is not typical. Mango is special, and I feel like others need to know that if you get a bird, he might be a talkative bird. He might not be like Mango, who's just, a great bird. Number 4, and this one is also something you need to think about, is they are super messy. I got Mango a special feeder where it's supposed to keep all the seed inside, but he likes to just throw his seeds around. They love to make messes. In fact, they like to chew on things. They like to destroy things like cardboard and wood and anything they can exercise their beaks on, because it helps them emotionally. To be quite honest, being destructive is part of their nature. It's what they do when they're in the wild. They chew on trees, they chew on stuff. And just know that your house is gonna get chewed on, your stuff and things is gonna get chewed on, and if you don't have a good bird, again, Mango's a very good bird and he doesn't chew up a lot of stuff, but he is very, very messy. Number 5, you cannot use household cleaning products, bleach, Windex, anything that's aerosol. Lysol is out. Febreze is out, plug-ins are out, candles are out. You cannot use anything that isn't bird approved, including most cleaning products. You're gonna need to keep your bird away when you're cooking. If you like, making your house smell like, cinnamon during the holidays, that's done. Unless you can find some pet safe stuff to do, it's all out. No Febreze, no plug-ins, no non-stick cookware. You're gonna need to use stainless steel. You're gonna need to figure out things that won't bother your bird's very delicate respiratory system. So you're gonna need to find things that won't bother your bird's very delicate respiratory system. They are very delicate, and they can get hurt and die from just about anything that you would think, from household products to sprays to candles. Everything can harm your bird. Be careful. So here's why I'm making the video. Because Mango went super viral, and I basically made a bunch of bird owners that I unintentionally created, and it felt personal to me, like I was responsible for these birds. So I've spent so much time in my DMs explaining to people about how serious it is. Mango is a green cheek conure. They have a lifespan of about 20 to 30 years. So this is a serious commitment, and I'm making this video because I want you guys to understand, as amazing as Mango is, he's not typical. I know birds that aren't very smart, and they're messy and they're loud, and you might not get blessed with a Mango, or you might not have the recipe that I have. So I was able to potty train Mango. I was able to teach him, exactly, there he goes pooping right now. But I was able to teach him not to poop on me and do a bunch of things that impress a lot of you. And I just want you guys to know that as much as I want you all to have loving, amazing relationships with birds, it is a tough thing to do if you don't have the time and if you're not a very good bird person. I'm a bird person. I wouldn't suggest getting a bird if you are not a bird person. So drop any questions you have in the comments, and please subscribe and share these videos with your friends who might be thinking about getting a bird, because it is definitely a full-time commitment. So don't go getting a bird because you've seen somebody like Mango or a bird like Mango doing amazing, awesome things that probably took me 12 hours a day to do. So just know, Mango's not typical, and any questions you have or comments, please leave them below. And thank you for watching our video.